On May 11, 1998, the earth beneath the scorching sands of Phokraan, Rajasthan, trembled with an unfamiliar force. The usually serene and silent desert was suddenly the epicenter of a groundbreaking event that would echo through history. India, in a display of technological prowess and unwavering resolve, conducted a series of 5 nuclear tests, sending shockwaves across the globe. These tests were not just a demonstration of scientific capability, but a bold statement of India's strategic autonomy and its readiness to defend its sovereignty. This was Phokraan 2, a momentous event that irrevocably altered India's destiny and announced its arrival as a nuclear power. The successful execution of these tests was a culmination of years of dedicated research, meticulous planning, and unwavering commitment by Indian scientists and defense personnel. The date remains etched in the annals of Indian history, a testament to the nation's scientific brilliance and its determination to forge its own path. It was a day of immense pride for every Indian, symbolizing the country's emergence as a formidable force on the global stage. It was a watershed moment, marking India's emphatic entry into the exclusive club of nuclear-armed nations. The international community, while taken aback, had to acknowledge India's newfound status and its implications for global geopolitics. The world watched stunned as India, led by Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, declared itself a nuclear weapon state. This declaration was not just a statement of power, but a reaffirmation of India's commitment to peace and stability, ensuring that its nuclear arsenal would serve as a deterrent rather than a threat. India's pursuit of nuclear capability was not driven by aggression, but by a deep-seated need for security. The journey began in the early years of independence, when the nation was still finding its footing on the global stage. The leadership understood that to protect its newfound sovereignty, it needed to be prepared for any eventuality. The nation, born from the ashes of colonialism, found itself in a volatile neighborhood. The memories of partition and the subsequent violence were still fresh, and the geopolitical landscape was fraught with challenges. India had to navigate these turbulent waters with caution and foresight. To the west, a historically antagonistic Pakistan posed a constant threat. The two nations had already engaged in multiple conflicts, and the animosity showed no signs of abating. The fear of a conventional war escalating into a nuclear confrontation was a real and present danger. To the north, a powerful China, with whom India had a border conflict in 1962, loomed large. The 1962 war had left deep scars, and the unresolved border disputes continued to be a source of tension. China's own nuclear capabilities added another layer of complexity to the security calculus. The specter of nuclear blackmail from these nations spurred India's determination to achieve strategic autonomy. The leadership realized that in a world where nuclear weapons were a reality, having its own deterrent was essential to ensure that India could not be coerced or intimidated. India, with its pacifist traditions rooted in Gandhian philosophy, had long advocated for global nuclear disarmament. The moral and ethical considerations weighed heavily on the decision-makers. However, the harsh realities of international politics could not be ignored. However, the nation also recognized the stark reality of international relations. Power often spoke louder than words. Diplomatic efforts and calls for disarmament were important, but they needed to be backed by credible deterrents to be effective. The decision to develop nuclear weapons, though a difficult one, stemmed from a pragmatic understanding of the global power dynamics and a desire to safeguard its sovereignty and territorial integrity. It was a testament to India's resolve to protect its people and its place in the world, ensuring that it could stand tall and secure in an uncertain and often hostile environment. The road to Phokraan 2 was paved with years of meticulous planning and shrouded in utmost secrecy. The seeds were sown in the aftermath of India's first nuclear test, Smiling Buddha, in 1974. That test, while a technological feat, was deemed a peaceful nuclear explosion by India and did not immediately lead to the development of a full-fledged nuclear arsenal. However, the international pressure and sanctions that followed only strengthened India's resolve to achieve self-reliance in this critical domain. The program gained further momentum in the 1990s, driven by geopolitical realities and the unwavering commitment of scientists like Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who would later become the President of India. The success of Phokraan 2 hinged on maintaining absolute secrecy, a feat accomplished through a combination of clever tactics and strategic deception. The Indian government and scientific community knew that any leak could jeopardize the entire mission, so they devised a multi-layered strategy to keep their plans hidden from prying eyes. India was under constant surveillance from American satellites, their watchful eyes scanning for any sign of nuclear activity. These satellites were equipped with advanced imaging technology capable of detecting even the slightest anomalies on the ground. To outmaneuver this technological dragnet, Indian scientists employed a series of ingenious measures. They used code names for the project and communicated in a way that avoided detection. The scientists also worked in small, isolated teams to minimize the risk of information leaks. Work at the Phokraan test site was deliberately kept intermittent, with periods of intense activity interspersed with lulls. This pattern was designed to mimic routine military exercises, making it harder for observers to discern the true nature of the activities. This erratic schedule was designed to confuse analysts monitoring satellite imagery. By creating a pattern that seemed random, the Indian team ensured that any unusual activity would be dismissed as inconsequential. Dummy equipment was strategically placed to mislead observers, creating the illusion of routine activity. These decoys were meticulously crafted to resemble real military hardware, further adding to the deception. The actual test devices were moved under the cover of darkness, further minimizing the risk of detection. Nighttime operations were crucial in ensuring that the movement of sensitive materials went unnoticed by surveillance satellites. The entire operation was a testament to the ingenuity and meticulous planning of the Indian scientific community, led by Dr. Kalam, a master strategist who understood the importance of secrecy in such a high-stakes endeavor. His leadership and vision were instrumental in orchestrating one of the most successful covert operations in modern history, ensuring that India could achieve its strategic objectives without detection. Hey everyone, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our new videos. Let's get started! Subscribing is super simple. Just click the red button below. All done? Awesome! And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and tell your friends. See you in the next one. Bye!